So good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Wherever you are, however you are, Raider Nation is everywhere. We wanted to start this first video with the upcoming draft in April. I think it's the 28th if I'm not correct. If I'm wrong, oh well. I could have started this off with Carr and what I see the franchise going with, but I'd rather go this way. Talk about the free agents we just signed and talk about the possible rookies that we should sign and then go from there. First things first, pick number 17. Kind of varies depending on what teams want to go for what. We don't know for sure like we did the other years. This is a different year. We're kind of recovering from the 2020, stuff that we went through. Now we got actual pro days we can actually visit and see and kind of get a better grip of what is actually going on and how these players are going to fit into the role. Now we got rid of the old defensive coordinator. He was a bum from day one. Paul Gunther's okay, but he's not your defensive coordinator. He's an assistant defensive coordinator. Now we got Gus Bradley, which I guess they are trying to start the new Legion of Boom with. I don't know. So they solidified the defensive line. I guess the number 17 pick is probably going to have to be a playmaker either in linebacker or safety. This is kind of a tricky one, so I'm going to go back and forth. If the linebacker, the stud linebacker from Notre Dame, Jeremiah, however you say his last name.
One of my favorite players on this team, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He just seems to make the big plays.
The team to beat in the ACC, Mike.
Yeah, no kidding, Jack. Oh, my goodness, what a hit. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah got a running start at LaDamian Webb, who could not brace for that, and he rocked him for a big loss there on first down. Wow. Annapolis, number 12, being there in that scene.
If he is there, you pick him up. He's one of the best players, if not the best linebacker on the board at that time. If that's the route they're going.
Yes. Unstoppable.
Quarterback for the Sun Devils for a while. No one decided he wanted to go in the transfer portal. He lost one up for grabs and he's intercepted.
Now we don't have a free safety at all right now. If we do, he's some bum that you probably don't want on the field. So, especially with Patrick Mahomes, you definitely don't want a bum back there. So, who do you pick in that route? Well, there's a couple of guys around number 17, but the best player that I can think of is the guy from TCU, Trevon Moore.
Starting from their own 20 after the punt into the end zone, and Letty Brown is tripped up by Trayvon Merrick for a loss of a yard.
Sanders into the end zone in traffic, picked off, one-handed by Merrick. Wow, what a pick by Trayvon Merrick.
What about where Oklahoma is as a team per play? Jaden Hazelwood, the #1 wide receiver commit in the country, lost the football and TCU's got it. Trayvon Merrick forced the fumble and Vernon Scott recovered it.
Ellinger facing pressure, rolling to his right, keeping his eyes downfield. There's a flag down as he throws another interception.
He's probably one of the best ball hawks. The guy that's going to range back and forth on that defense, similar towards the Earl Thomas. I guess that's what they're going with. They didn't come out and say this. We're just all guessing it because that's what we do as Raiders fans. We just guess shit. And we're going to use Jonathan Abram as the Cam Chancellor type of role, even though Cam Chancellor was a bit taller than... But anyways, either we go with the linebacker or we go with the safety. Now, you're possibly thinking, no, we'll probably go defensive end. Is that why they just spent all that money on defensive end, defensive tackle? No. I think they're either going to go linebacker or safety. And linebacker's kind of questionable, but I don't know if they're 100% sold on Nick Kalkowski, or however you say his name, as the middle linebacker of that defense. The defense that Gus Bradley is running requires a really fast middle linebacker and also outside linebackers. Nick Kalkowski is not the fastest of all linebackers. I think the next pick should be the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
Corral tries to hand it off to Connor, and Connor is
penalties. No big plays for State just yet. They go underneath on this one to Kylan Hill, and Hill only finds
the top of your screen.
13th play of the drive. Costello, 5 on the clock. 4 hesitates in zone, intercepted, picked off by Jamin Davis, and Kentucky's going to pitch a first half shutout.
Tano with his hands up early now is not giving any hints at when the snap is occurring.
No room off the edge for Gray. Finds 4. A first down. Garantano intercepted again. Jamin Davis finds the sideline. Nobody's going to catch him unless it's Garantano. And he's got blockers in front. Davis will stop.
Linebacker by instinct. You turn on the film, you automatically can tell. But anyways, he is a great player. He is very raw as far as mechanics, but that's something like Gus Bradley is used in Jacksonville, and it's also how he used in Seattle. So it's very interesting to see what they go with. But I know he loves fast linebackers. If you don't believe me, look at the Chargers, look at Jacksonville, and also look at Seattle. They're all fast linebackers. You don't have your thumper in the middle that we have currently with Nick. So we pick up Moreg in the first round, and we go with Jamin Davis in the second round. Like I said, I'm going to go back and forth with this one. If we go with a young man from Notre Dame with pick number 17, then we definitely have to look at Elijah Molden. Elijah Molden is probably the other playmaker that I'm very excited about, that I think we should not pass up on unless we get the guy from TCU. It's a lot of back and forth, I know, but it just depends on what they want to go with. Not only Elijah Molden can play free safety, which I think is his natural position, but he can also play slot, your nickel slot corner, wherever you want to call it in this defense, but he can play that role. A guy that can cover the linebackers, a guy that can cover the running backs, a guy that can do those certain things that we didn't have before, not just cover those guys, an actual playmaker, a guy that's actually taking the ball away from the other team, which we do not have.
Santiago finally got through a couple of guys. And it's broken up incomplete for Colby Parkins.
So those are the 3 guys that I would look at. If you still think we go defensive end, look no further than Pitt. Pittsburgh has possibly 2 to 3 guys I want to name off top of my head, but one of them is Jalen Twyman. Jalen Twyman, it just jumps off the screen as soon as you watch him.
Howell pumps. Howell gets wrapped up with a sack. Guess who? Big 97 wearing Aaron Donald's number, Jalen Twyman.
And guys, I was just about to say, they don't feel any need to bring blitzers. They believe they can get a pass rush with this D-line.
big 3rd down and 13. Pitt bringing the pressure. Rourke hit, and he is dropped. Did he get out of the end zone? Yes, he did.
It's that man again, Jalen Twyman. The defensive tackle that keeps on giving for the Panthers.
From the 40. Howell wrapped up and brought down by Jalen Twyman. Big number 97 with his 8th sack of the year.
Rarely does the play clock become a factor for UCF. Gabriel, 3rd down. The walls collapse again. And down he goes. It is Jalen Twyman.
Now, a lot of people say he's an interior lineman, possibly your right defensive end. That's what we are looking for. We have a lot of left side guys. We need another rotational right side guy. If we're looking for interior defensive lineman, then Twyman is definitely the guy we want to look at. Not only that, he's wearing Aaron Donald's number. Do I need to say any more? I wanted to mention is our additions to our defense. How the first segment, or depending on how this is all set up, it could be the second segment, how it all was set up, our unrestricted free agents, the free agents that we actually brought in. I would say one of them is a solidified starter that we picked up, and that's definitely Yannick. Yannick is going to line up and rush the quarterback. He's paid the good money. Great pickup. The other guys I'm not 100% sold on. This is why the draft is very key this year for defense rather than offense. Offense, we're pretty much stacked besides right tackle. I wouldn't even consider a right tackle in the draft unless you're talking about, I don't know, 5th, maybe 6th round, 7th. I really would look at a development guy and then have a veteran come in at right tackle, then go to your 1st or 2nd or even 3rd round with a right tackle. I thought it was a bad idea to pay Trent Brown a retarded amount of fucking money. But anyways, I digress. The other free agents we brought in was Solomon Thomas. Yeah, he's a good 3 tech. That's what he's going to play, is the 3 tech. That's what he played in college. He was decent in San Francisco. They played him down a lot, but he's an average signing to me because you don't know what you're getting. It's not like Yannick. You know what you're getting out of Yannick. You expect a lot out of Yannick. But as far as Solomon Thomas, it's either left or right. You don't really know what you're getting. And I understand we didn't sign him to a lot of money, but he's also a waste of time if he doesn't do anything. So I like to see guys like Hurst kind of step up and take over that role. But then again, what do I know? Let me know what you think. The other guy that we signed, I'm just naming a couple of names here. So the other one was Quentin Jefferson. They thought he would play well with Solomon Thomas and also with Yannick. They signed him to kind of get in the mix of the, I don't know, 6 defensive tackles we have now. They thought, he kind of fit in well. He's another okay signing. Again, he was average at best. So if I would go with the right tackle, I again wouldn't go early with him. But again, if you look at tackles and see who's a true right tackle that would kind of emulate what, I don't know, what Trent Brown would be or what you want him to be, the guy you can develop and kind of get in like the 2nd or 3rd round is definitely James Hudson from Cincinnati. I definitely would look at him. He has a lot of talent. Again, I wouldn't really focus too much on this. I would focus it on like the 3rd or 4th round if we were going that route. If we're going to say, hey, we're going to start a rookie, even if it was the 1st round, right tackle for a potential playoff team on Derek Carr's right side. So that was my take on those personal opinions. It might not be your opinions, I get that, but then again, I don't. This is just an outside opinion. What I see that we haven't been doing of late is focusing on defense. We haven't focused on defense since 2003 or the early 2000s. We haven't done that at all. That's why we haven't been a successful team or no organization. We can keep on going and keep talking about that. But regardless, that was my take. My next take would probably be on Derek Carr and where I think the organization might go with him. So that will probably be the next conversation. But thank you for tuning in. If you did tune in, if you didn't tune in, please do so next time. But right now, like, subscribe. Again, leave a comment. Let me know what I should do further on in the next videos. Right now, we don't have too much to talk about because the draft is so far away. Well, it's close enough, I guess. But we got the draft and then a bunch of downtime until then. Have a good night.